I have no brakes. I'm gonna hit my own car.
Check gear shift. Will not go all the way into park. So this truck with no miles on it left him stranded at his house when it was brand new. So you gotta love a disco. But again, what I was kind of getting at, this is not a profitable game for resale always. This is a problem. This is a hobby. And if you want to get into this hobby and maybe make a couple bucks, sure. But if not, it's gonna wreck you. Hey, welcome back to Addicted Motors YouTube channel. We're gonna go look at a Land Rover today. We brought the right tool for the job.
This is dangerous.
So, I got a call the other night about a cheap Land Rover that I know where it is. I've seen it. It's on Old Gun Road. It's been there for about 7 years. Another red one, so 2 red D1s. They've never moved. Haven't seen anything about them. One disappeared. This one remains. Got a call from a guy that said, hey, I'm buying this for very cheap. I can't get a key turn. I can't get it to move. I need to be able to get it on my trailer. I need to unlock, the ignition. And he was the one that's supposed to sell me the truck. And I'm like, well, I'll come over and help. So we're gonna go over and help. Don't know if we're gonna buy it, but if we can get the wheels to turn, we can get on a trailer, we can see what can happen. If we can get it to crank over, then it'll become a daily driver, because that's how this works.
Ooh, she's stinky. What are those antennas?
All right, here it is. Did a little bit of bartering, but we have secured ourselves unfortunately, we didn't want it, but we've secured ourselves maybe a one owner red D1 with 2 keys that don't work, a locked out ignition, a no start, missing engine parts, and really no idea of what the rest of the condition is. It's locked, it's full of mold, and that's where we're gonna start this video because I need to go wash my hands because I'm gross. But this is the right place where you wanna buy a Rover from. They had 2 of them, tree fell on one of them, this one remained, hasn't run in 13 years. Welcome to Rover Rescue, guys. I don't even know where this video is gonna go.
If you have a trans in the back of your car, what are you doing?
All right, so it's day 3. We're back with the cheap disco. And it's raining, it's been raining, and really the only thing we can do at the moment is kind of drill out the rivety things on the ignition switch itself. That should allow us to at least unlock the wheels to turn them so we can get it on a trailer. Again, we're trying to be as not as destructive as possible, but it's kind of tough when you really need to get that unlocked to get it, able to be moved. So here we go. So you can get ignition switches for these. It's not that hard, but where it comes from the factory, as you see those 2 rivets, they have to be drilled out. They can be replaced with screws, but to start, it's not so great. All right, so while Mike's getting medieval over there, let's check the floors. Again, we obviously, since it's a very stock vehicle, still have all the sound deadening material installed. And how are we looking for rust? It's actually not too bad. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of water under there. This is moldy and gross. I don't want to touch too much. It's very wet, but I can't do it with the camera, but that doesn't look terrible. And if you look up there, also, that looks pretty solid. Wow, that's great news. So at least on the passenger side, we're not totally screwed. proper tool for the job. This is a Rover recommended tool.
Whoa, but she is icky in here. Icky, icky, icky.
So while he's banging around on that, let me just go through, I guess, how this weird sale went down. A non-Rover enthusiast got the deal. He found the truck. I think it was like $100. Couldn't get it, the ignition to move or anything, and kind of gave up on it. Called me and said, hey, I want some help. We came over here, determined the key was missing, and then we'd have to get Medieval to get it out of here. And basically he was like, oh, should I buy this? Is it worth $10,000, $15,000? We said, no. So this truck will absolutely ruin you. I will help and watch this ruin your life and watch you lose money on it if you're buying it purely for profit and not as a hobby. At wherepoint he did agree that that's just not his game. He's not into fixing old Rovers. He knows nothing about them, and it's not really in his wheelhouse. So that's what people tend to forget, that it's not an old car like an old Mustang or something like that. You can just put new gas and change the oil, and sure, you can sell it for restoration. These are finicky. These aren't fun. You have to have a little bit of baseline knowledge, and you're not really gonna get your money out of it if you go into it, just like that. As Mike is inhaling. Oh, we got steering. All right, well, next. So the ignition lock is removed. Did you pull it all the way out, or?
Yeah, dangling.
All right. So we still have to remove the second piece so we can get it to turn. But now we can at least turn the wheels to get it out of here. So the next part is being able to get the key to turn so we can unlock the transmission so we can get this thing to move. So let's put some of this back together so we don't break the plastic. But again, what I was kind of getting at, this is not a profitable game for resale always. This is a problem. This is a hobby. And if you want to get into this hobby and maybe make a couple bucks, sure. But if not, it's gonna wreck. Buyer beware. So I'm going through a little bit of the service records here. I believe this is a one-owner truck because it references, I think, the guy and the address that we're at right now. But this invoice, this truck's a 96. It's from 96 or 97. And the service note says, won't check gear shift. Will not go all the way into park. So this truck with no miles on it left him stranded at his house when it was brand new. So you gotta love a discount. Check gear shift. Will not go all the way into park. So this truck with no miles on it left him stranded at his house when it was brand new. So you gotta love a discount. All right, so sorry, I didn't realize he'd already separated the rear of the tumbler. So, all right, this is gonna be the first crank. Like I said, it won't start because I think the CPS is missing, but we'll see if it has any life. Nothing. Well, is it even turning?
Oh, think about life.
All right, hold on. Do it again. Okay. So it's not seized. Oh, I smell gas.
Probably a good thing. We don't want to go into the injector.
Yeah. Okay, so this thing turns over. It's got life. That guy just took a picture of us. He must love the camera. So, wow, that's awesome. This is where your average enthusiast or non-enthusiast gets excited, right? Like, oh, it turns over, it's gonna run, this thing's good, this thing's solid. No, none of that. This just means that the engine's not locked up, which, according to the owner, it ran when it was parked, so it shouldn't be locked up. So, this is encouraging. This will allow us to plow onward, but it's not really the end of the game here. And we forgot the most important thing. With the key turn, can we at least move the shifter? And we can. So that's
rolls are not another game.
That's good to know. Great. Let's see if it is. Oh, I got a window that works.
Oh God.
I have another window that works. The radio powers on. No noise. Blower kicks on. Doesn't smell great. Gonna stop inhaling that right in my face. Cool. All right, well, I guess we'll have to come back with a trailer at some point. I guess we're not driving it out of here. Boring. Wow, shitty video, Troy. Yeah. I can't believe we didn't just take it home, but yeah.
Rain cleared up.
Whew. All right, I am back, ladies and gentlemen, and a little prematurely. Because we've now been told that this red D1 needs to move immediately tonight. And if not, the deal's off, even though I have the keys and the title. So we've got my truck, because Mike's truck isn't working. That's the kind of people we are. And we're gonna have a tow vehicle because we need to figure out how to tow the disco out of his driveway onto a street that we can then load it up on the trailer, because Mike has a 24-foot trailer or something like that. So big trailer, small car, small space. So I'm in the truck, I gotta meet him. We're gonna hook up the trailer to this. We're gonna find probably the L322 to pull it out of the driveway. Got an air compressor, some tow straps, and we're doing a real Rover rescue, the realest Rover rescue we've done in a while. And then we'll get it back to the shop and see what happens. But you know, we weren't given an expectation that it had been gone immediately when we started this, and now we are. So I have to go. We're going. Emergency cars. An unreasonably sized trailer for our potentially reasonable pickup. That's fine. That's fine. It's weird using your own fleet to on a Rover rescue. I guess this is why I made it. So time to put it to action. So I'm in the L322. Mike's in my truck. A lot of skinny, windy roads down here, so we're gonna pull in, I guess, a road that we can use to load up on, go back with the L322, try to drag it without hitting traffic to the trailer, and then pull it up on the trailer. So this is, I should have had a head-mounted GoPro for this. This is gonna be interesting. All right, kids, here's a moment of truth. So we've got stricken disco, we've got L322, we've got truck staged on this skinny-ass little back road here. We're gonna try to flat tow it to the trailer. And I'm going to be in this, this is a problem. This is a biohazard. So we're gonna put the windows down and see how bad this is for everybody. All right, well, real time. Let's test this e-brake too. I know. Good thing it's full of mold and mosquitoes. Oh, that's good enough. Oh yeah. She doesn't stop well with the brakes. Brakes aren't great. They are kind of there, not really, but okay. Moment of truth. This is a quick little back road. Less speed. Got a little bit of e-brake. Ooh, and a steep hill. I'm not even joking. It's a steep fucking hill. God damn it. Oh man. I have no brakes. I'm gonna hit my own car. Oh my God. It's weird, the car says it's silent. It's a nice, silent, smooth ride. And we made it. You want to go around it and then stop? Let's get it closer. Woo, buddy, here she is. Rover rescue with a Rover. Doing Rover things for Rovers for Rover people. And that's how we like to see them. So we're gonna strap this bad boy down, and I think the plan is to bring it to my house. We're gonna clean it off. We're missing some parts. We want to drain the gas and do all that. We're not gonna do that in my house. So let's just kind of see how this paint and everything cleans up after sitting 13 years. So, and actually the biggest thing is see if my truck will pull it up out of here, because we're kind of, this is the first. I don't think my truck's ever pulled this much weight, so we'll see. I'll witness when it fails behind me. All right, so look, it's got a rear cross member, it's got a rear frame, it's got a sway bar, because this thing's never been off-road. I think the worst of it is a little bit of rocket rust, but other than that, it's pretty clean. We checked this floorboard already. Obviously, we'll go through it more later, but you know, it's not rotted from the inside out. Everything looks pretty honest. I think the big thing we need to verify is whether or not it's a one owner or not. Actually, I also have a full new bumper for this, and another fog light, and maybe even a blinker. You know, that's what problem when you own a bunch of these. You just kind of accumulate things. Love these wheels. They're my favorite disco wheels, I think. And yeah, this is the best worst case scenario, I think. Look at this thing. Never had a pretty red disco. Well, I did, and we sold it immediately to a friend who still has it. So he needed one. So needed, right? It's needed. All right, so the test number one has been completed. We got the car. Pretty excited about it. I mean, there's nothing greater than an old Discovery or a Classic or Defender on the back of a trailer. It's what, if you're into this game, you like to see. But now, will the old 7.3 get it home? Like I said, you guys don't care, but it's mine. I'm using all my own equipment for this, so yay. Sign of a good haul, all the junk and leaves and stuff blowing out from the undercarriage. Again, 13 years just sitting in that same spot. Nice, you want to see the red Rover? Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's go check it out. Is this good parenting? I think so. Yeah, the red Rover. The Rover. What color is it? Red Rover. Wow. That red Rover. Max, what do you think about this? Is it a good Rover? Is it a good Rover? Hot? Hot? It's not hot. It doesn't even run. Hot? It's not hot. No? Definitely not hot.
Max, is it dirty?
Yeah. How dirty is that Rover? All right, let's get down to it. It's power washing time. This thing is fogged pretty bad. Let's do it before and after and get to washing. So it's hard to capture this stuff, right? But a little before and after, this thing has just been completely caked. Front's actually not that, but it looks like someone had to power wash the front at some point, but definitely not the back. A lot of the gunk blew off on the drive there. We're gonna try to do her some good and get all the goo off this thing. Shoo. All right, here is round one. A little bit of power washing. Obviously, it's not perfect. I didn't wipe it or anything like that, but there is a truck underneath all those years of tree schmoo and gunk and mold. And actually, the paint's pretty good. I think this thing I'm not gonna say it has any type of potential, but it looks good. It's amazing if people just washed something before they sold it or got rid of it or something, how much more presentable it would be. But yeah, there's the last time it was on the registered in 2011. So it's quite the transformation. You know, and actually the clear coat seems to have survived as well. Obviously the interior not so much, but she's at least the body wise, once we pull out all the schmoo from the carpets, as long as we know that it's not rotted out, I'll take it. What do you guys think? How do we do? Shoo. I'm happy. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you liked a little bit of Rover rescue content. Like I said, this stuff doesn't always come around, but it does continually seem to find me, which lets me bring you this type of content. So this was pretty fun. I don't think I want to dive too far into the starting and running. You saw it cranked over. It's missing the idle air control valve, I believe is what it is, not the crank position sensor. Not crucial 100%, I think, for starting, but I should do the right thing. Let me know in the comments if I should drain the fuel and kind of do this the right way or just keep trying to crank it on her head with the ether and see if she fires over. But I kind of want to be a little nicer about it, even though it is kind of moldy. The plans are to probably pull the carpets out, get the engine running, drain the fuel, clean it up, ozone machine it, and then sell it because I don't need this in my life. And it is a pretty truck, and I think someone might have fun with it. Make it a trail truck or something like that. So we'll get into it. There'll be another episode, so stay tuned and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.